Hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the New England Patriots. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. This defense for the Jets, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
After the interception, here's Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Harris. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressure.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And, CD, you look at this defense, you know, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to look deep for more.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now Jones.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Patriots will take over here just shy of the 30.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the calendar. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. From the 36, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Jones sliding out of the pocket. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught right side by Mims. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Fournette, a first down carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
It's a big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Leonard Fournette.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Jones throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Jones.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. This has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice...
Jones hit, and the ball's out. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Looking to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at his own 10. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Eckler again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Austin Eckler.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Coop, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting heat.
Touchdown, Jets! Robert Tonyan, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Going for it all. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Jones. And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Jones under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. John Franklin Myers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now Brian Flores going to leave the offense out there to go for two.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis.
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York.
Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jets get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Coon, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones is going to flip one out here to his running back. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jayon Brown gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That is caught by Mims. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Running on first down, Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Steps away to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. It's Eckler again, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Austin Eckler. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Rolling to his right. Going right, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.